So we're gonna be talking now. Hey! Welcome to a little thing we do here. I'm Dominic.
I'm a bro.
And this is
ChatterBrain.
ChatterBrain, a podcast where we
Chat
chat
your
your
brain.
brain. So welcome. This is our first podcast ever. First time we ever did this.
Like, I'm kind of nervous first time.
No, first time. First time, and like some episodes are gonna come out and they have never been pre-recorded. So just letting you guys know, this is our first time. But
our hair length might change. Like, something about us might change, maybe. But
was your hair longer when we started?
I think so. But that's fine.
Okay, no, that's cool. Let's chill.
It was a wig.
Okay. So I know us saying that like I'm Dominic, I'm a real means nothing to you guys. I wanted to make sure that like when we started this, that you guys got a glimpse of who we are, where we came from, our friendship, the way we even thought of coming up with this idea.
Yeah, who are we really behind closed doors? We're gonna get really deep today.
Well, I'm gonna do behind open doors, but Abril is definitely gonna like open all the skeletons in her closet.
Well, no skeletons there.
Well, not everybody's perfect, but we know that. So
got an example right next to me.
Okay, so but I'm gonna let Abril take over.
Oh.
For kind of how do we meet? How do we meet, Abril?
How do we meet? Oh my god! So I worked at this tiny little place called Rose.
She Juice for Loose is perfect because she worked at the Rose Toy Factory actually, and their motto was Juice for Loose.
It was French for your draws come loose.
Yeah, definitely.
No, we worked. Well, I worked at Ross.
No, I
worked there. I don't know what you were doing there, but I worked there, and
I was like her first customer she ever had, and like she wasn't like good with the cash register yet. So then like she's scanning. I was like, bitch, hurry up! Like I got places to be.
And guess what he does? He hops behind the counter, like hops, literally,
like his Waffle House.
Yeah, and he starts punching in a bunch of things, and I'm like, sir, like, that's an Apple TV, like, that's $1 million, and he's like, no, like, I'll pay for it, I got it.
That's interesting. It was a Roku when I was buying it, because it was Ross, but, yeah, I guess it was an Apple TV. But again, bro didn't know how to do her job at the time, like I was saying before, so she probably rang it up as an Apple TV, which would make sense on why.
It costed $1 million.
Okay, let's tell the truth.
No, but I was telling the truth until you started mixing it up. I was working at Ross. And then
you said Roost. That's why I said Rose Toy. So you were mixing it up already.
I was just kind of like. And then one day I saw like this kid walk. Oh, not kid.
Oh, real? That's good. I'm glad to see skeletons in the closet. That's what I was telling y'all. Day one kids? That's crazy.
I saw this guy walk in, and
what,
actually
like
I don't remember I think the first time I saw you when you were trying to tell that lady how to do her job?
Yes.
Okay.
But then did I help you after that or before that? I think
you helped me. I don't know. I remember
because you thought I was funny. And no, I've had to have helped you first because you thought I was funny, and you thought I liked you.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. You said you thought I was trying to flirt with you. You said that you thought because you think everybody's in love with you.
Well, okay.
And you thought that I was because I was making jokes, but I'm just funny.
I feel like I knew from the start that you were a little.
Okay, I can't be bi.
Fruity.
Well, and you still thought I was in love with you. That says a lot about you.
You know what? There was this guy we worked with.
Do I know him?
Yeah, he was bi. Oh, no, is he bi?
Oh, I thought he was gay, but he says he's bi because he wants to look like a freak.
Well, I thought he liked me for the longest until finally I found out he was gay, and I was like, oh.
And he liked me.
I'm delusional.
He liked me, guys. By the way,
I don't think I ever thought you liked me. I genuinely don't.
You never remember anything you say. It makes me look like I'm like painting you as a bad
person.
But you literally said that, and you were like, is he flirting with me? No, and like that's it. That was all it was. It wasn't like.
Well, look, I'll let you believe this.
No, that's what you literally said through your mouth, and we could call up Carla, another person you guys will see very soon that used to work with us, and
another liar. I'm just kidding.
And she has a baby now. She grew up. So
she grew up. GRU. Okay, so here's what happened. She what?
She grew up and she grows up like she's growing up.
She grew a child. And Well, here's the first thing I actually remember about meeting Dominic. I was working the register, and I think it was his first day or his first week there, and we had like a, what are they called? On the floor manager. What are they called?
You just had a manager.
Oh, I guess she was just a manager, but not like the main manager is what I was trying to say. Anyways, it was like he had to do a return or something, and the lady was like, you can't, the manager, she was like, you can't do a return on this side, or you can't do a return like that, or something like that. And then Dominic, first day or first week, I can't remember which, he was like, no, like, you can do it here. And I was like, how the heck is he gonna tell the manager how to do the job that he just got?
And let me tell you guys why I said that, because I literally saw a lady do it. I saw the store manager who was training me. She did it there. But again, she's the store manager. She can do whatever she wants. But I've never had a job before. That was my first job ever. And so I saw her do it. I was like, well, she can do it then. Why the fuck nobody else can do it then? That don't even make no sense. And then, like, the manager that I was working with, who I love, I won't say her name because I don't want to dox her or anything. But loved her. Even then in there when we were, like, going at it with each other, she was like, you can't do a thing here. I was like, well, I saw it with my eyeballs, so I don't understand. I was like, if I can't do it, can you do it? And she was like, no, I can't. I was like, well, it happened, so I don't understand why it's not happening now. I just don't get it. And she was like, be quiet. You don't know what you're talking about. And then, like, moving to the side, and I was like, okay. And you literally can do returns over there, by the by.
No, you really can.
Literally can.
I don't even know what you guys were really going on about until, like, after the fact when I asked.
She was just saying we're supposed to do returns on the other side of the thing. But I've done and can't do it. And I was sitting there one day, and I was like, everybody was jumping me. But
you can. It was just like for some reason they started implementing this new rule where it had to be like register number 1 or something. But the fact that Dominic, like, first day on the job was telling the manager how to do the job, I was like, oh. Like,
but was he right? But was he right? But was he right? Let's talk about it. Was he right though?
I was like, who is this guy and who does he think he is? Like, ew.
See, she wasn't thinking about if he was right.
Yeah.
That's the part she needed to
never did that even cross my mind, actually. And then after that, I remember I would see you when you would come in. We had to do like they had to like walk around the, and I would see you do that, and I'd be like, oh,
you like follows rules. Maybe he's not so bad after all.
And then we started talking and blah blah.
The first time I remember talking to you was I was helping you with like either hanging up something or putting hard tags on something, and I was like talking. But the time we really started talking. Oh my God, you said this one thing. It was like back in the day. It was like in 2020.
No. I didn't work there in 20. You did not work there in 2020.
It was. Yes, we did. Are you kidding me?
Wow.
2020. Oh, maybe 2021.
Yeah, I think it had to be one.
I think 2020 I was in New York.
Ooh, some look.
Okay, I was waiting for wait, let me get some. We do have a sound thing. So I was in New York in 2021. Guys, come. Okay, calm down, everybody. Dang, you guys really love the fact that I was in New York. I'm not gonna talk about it right now, please. Maybe one day. God, these guys, all right. Shake your head no. So you said something. Oh, you said we do not care. That's what you said. It was like that time that was going around when they were like playing loud
TikTok
music.
audio?
Yeah, it was a TikTok. And you're like, we do not care. And I was like, I didn't know you were cool. Like,
I think I know when it was. I was putting something away. Wait, were you the police person?
Yeah. Well, no, not at that time. When we met, I was not SBS.
Never mind.
But you said that, and I was like, I didn't know you were funny. And you were like, well.
You must not know me.
Because I knew that I wanted to be friends with you and Carla. Like, I was pre-plotting it. And so I was just waiting for a chance. And you said something like from TikTok. And I was like, oh, this is my end. Like, duh. I can just bond over the internet. Yeah. And then that's kind of when we started talking. And then I found out that you and Carla were friends. You guys will meet Carla. Promise. But I found out that you and Carla were friends. And I was like, well, that's the two people I wanted to be friends with. So what if I just put myself in there? Because you guys went out that one time. That's the time I was like, oh, they're friends like for real.
Yeah.
And they look like dressed up.
Yeah, we were trying to find like more excuses to hang out. So we would like go out to eat like somewhere fancy or something once in a while. And we also wanted an excuse to dress up. I mean, it was 2021. Like,
yeah,
COVID just happened. Like,
dressed to impress in 2021.
Wait, we were ahead of that time. Yeah, I think she forgot her sunglasses or something, and you were working.
She forgot her sunglasses and had to come back to Ross to come in and get them. Okay, yeah, sure.
You're working SPS that day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang, I must have been SBS quick because as soon as I became SBS is really the time I left.
You worked there no days basically then?
I don't know. I had no bones days. But no, it was but that's when I started college at UIC. Like as soon as I started college, I was like, nah, I ain't doing that no more. I can't do it no more.
Yeah.
I can't be at Ross every day and then hate it there and then go to an acting group at 8 a.m. and like it there. Like I can only hate one thing at a time. Ross was terrible.
When I first started, I really, really liked it, but that's because I liked a boy there. I'll be honest.
There was, and by the time I got there, all the cute boys were gone, guys. It
Wow.
was just me.
Yeah.
And so I had no reason to. The only reason I was staying there, there was but it was like a hostage situation. There was one guy there, and he was like, I don't know. Apparently he really liked me. I don't know, but I just the conversations that we had together, it was just like we're on two different. He like wanted to be a gangster so bad, but I'm like, you're from Indiana, and that's like all our conversations would go. But apparently he liked that, and he'd always be around me. And then everybody started being like, wait, why is he kicking his feet up?
Yeah.
When he's around you.
No, like literally.
But he was like
kicking his
talking to me
feet.
out of boredom. In a regular day, I don't think we would have ever talked because like I didn't like the way his face
Oh.
really looked.
I never talked to him, and then the one day that I did, he was like, "Do they have some perfume in there or cologne, I guess?" And I was looking, and we like talked for like a little bit. And that same day, his friend came in, who was the guy who I liked, who used to work there. So I was like, "Wait, like this rapport is really working out for me," because like I moved on.
You said I'm about to be his best. Oh,
Oh.
you moved on by that point.
No, but it was like a look, me and your friend are friends, that kind of like.
Never saw him. Never saw the.
I know it's truly
guy.
a shame. I wish you would have like just like worked with him for like a day or.
What if I
something.
liked him too?
Okay. I just want you to have like experience that and be like, oh, bro, like you were crazy, or like a girl, I get it. Like I wanted your kind of input.
Did I ever tell you about the time that LC came in one day and I went up to Carla?
And you thought him and Carla were something?
Yeah, I
something?
thought him and Carla were a thing, and I was like, Carla, at work? You're crazy. She was like, that's a Brill's brother. I was like, Carla, you're a Brill's brother? You're crazy. But yeah, that's pretty much how we met. We met at Ross.
Mm-hmm.
I was like going to a college. It's not really even a college party college. I'm not going to tell you. We're in it right now. If you guys have ever been
We're
in this
wondering
room.
where we were.
I don't know. Yeah, we're on my college campus, and we are in a classroom for the education people. And I've never been in here. But then I started going to college.
I think you're gonna skip when we first hung out.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, it's our first time.
Oh. Well, who made the plans?
Me? You thought y'all wanted to hang out with me on your own time, even though you guys were already friends? Who would have had to make the plans to hang out with the two people who are already friends? I went out with my friend Milena. I'm doxing her.
Oh.
Doxing is just sharing names. I went out with my friend Milena, and we went to go get ramen, and then we went to the Cheesecake Factory. And I was like, I love this. What if I do that with other people? Hearts out to you, Milena, really. But I was like, what if I found this excuse to hang out with Carla and Abril because I know they're friends. So then I think I went up. I was working with you guys 2 separate days. So it was like one day with Carla. I was like, Carla, hey, what if we do this thing? You think Abril will go? She was like, yeah. And I was like, Abril, what do you think Carla will go? You're like, yeah. And I was like, okay. So I don't know how. Then I got your guys' number separately, and then I put it in a group chat. And then that's kind of like how it happened. We had not numbers, Snapchats, because we had a Snapchat group chat first. And then we kind of.
I wish I could go back in time and see this happening, because I wonder what I truly thought at the time.
You were like, ugh. I'm sure you and Carla talked about it.
I wish.
I'm sure you guys did, but you guys wanted to still do it.
Yeah.
So then we went out to this place called Rue's Ramen. It's actually still my favorite ramen spot to this day because they're the only ones that have spicy beef. Nowhere in the world has spicy beef in Chicago. And we went there, and then I was like, guys, Cheesecake Factory after this? And for some reason, you guys were like, that's crazy. You can't do that. I was like, watch.
Maybe it's because we thought it was did we know that we were going to not go in?
No, I don't think you did. I don't think you even knew we were going to the Cheesecake Factory. I think I was like, guys, me and my friend did this thing.
No, when you brought it up at the ramen place, did we think we were about to go do second dinner?
Oh, I don't know, maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know. We weren't even there, guys. So, Yeah, so that's kind of like how we started becoming friends. And then after that hangout, it was flooding in. It was just flooding in after that. My plan was
It
very well
actually,
executed.
yeah. He
Yeah.
wooed us on the first date.
So, and then we were just friends ever since. We're not gonna give you the whole backstory about that because you'll hear it when we're like talking. But
Yeah. Probably
Abril,
come back again when we get Carla on.
Abril's graduated college. If you want to talk about that,
Um, yeah, sure, why not? I graduated in May of 2024.
hey,
She's
let's do the cheer. Oh my God, guys, stop! Oh my God,
guys,
let Abril
please, thank you,
talk. Let
thank you,
Abril
guys,
talk.
please,
So you
thank you.
graduated again?
I graduated.
Awesome!
Awesome guy, come on. You know we told you guys to stop. Awesome
He's
guy's in love with
flattering
you.
me.
He's in love with you.
Baby. I actually grew out of that, like, I think everyone loves me kind of phase.
I
But I
think
wish I could go back. Like, why not? Everybody does love me.
I think the awesome was like a second after. It was like, say you're in college kid, and you were like, I'm in college. Silence. Awesome. And then you're like, stop. No, you should go back to the everybody loves you. I don't understand what.
Yeah.
I never thought that was a problem. I thought it was just funny.
I didn't think it was a problem either. I just, like, stopped thinking it.
Maybe you gave it to me because I always feel that. And like when it's girls, I feel bad. I'm like, come on. I was like, guys, listen, I can't be for everybody. That's why God made me this way because I can't be for y'all. I'd be the worst.
Okay. You know what? Actually, I think I know when it
Why'd you
happened.
say okay like you couldn't possibly believe that a girl would be in love with me? It's happened 3 times.
Name them right now.
I
Dox
can't
him.
dox. I can't dox him because you guys are gonna send them hate mail for liking a gay man, and I would do too.
Oh.
'Cause I'm very like, you hear my voice. If I heard my voice, I'd be like, yeah, I want to put him in a locker.
Were you ever put in a lot? Were you bullied as a kid like that or no?
The only time I was bullied was in elementary school when I didn't know, because I thought like, because PBS kids was teaching me everybody should be friends. So I was like, okay, maybe I'm doing something wrong here. But once I got to middle school, I was like, hey, no, I can't keep doing this. I was like,
Be nice?
I couldn't keep like just getting bullied. And then like you the gay boy, I was like, okay, let's see them grades. Oh, okay, we quiet. Let's get that work done. So I had to learn how to like get a smart mouth because I would talk to my mom and I'd be like, Mom, I'm bullied. She said, what'd you say? Nothing. What you mean you said nothing? Say something back next time. Okay. I used to fight a lot in in elementary school because they called me gay and I didn't know what to do. I was like, okay, well I gotta throw hands. I mean, what what other option do I have? Because my dad used to be like, never like gay people, blah blah blah. So you say it was bad. So I was like, oh, they're calling me gay. They calling me ugly or something. I don't know. So I was like, I gotta throw hands. So I used to fight a lot in elementary school, but then I learned that my mouth can really just get me out of. Ooh, let me not say that because it might get taken in the wrong context. But like words hurt just as much as the fists do. So I was like, oh, if I can irritate y'all by just talking, then let me just do that. So I learned that in middle school, but I was bullied a lot in elementary school, but once I hit middle school, no. And I learned how to bake.
Oh.
And everybody loved me after I learned how to bake.
Yeah.
So and girls stop being homophobic. like when I was in elementary school and people called me gay, girls hated me. But when I was in middle school, it became like trendy. So then they would be like, "Oh, you're like my gay best friend," and then so like I could get in good with the popular girls. But in elementary school, that just wasn't. I wasn't like if you was because they was like boys versus girls all the time in elementary. But once they hit middle, it wasn't like that anymore.
Well, I was going to say after you like just kept going on and on. I think the everybody likes me thing ended because I stopped being around boys. So
You don't think girls can like you?
girls
Girls one of the homophobic girls in elementary school. Actually, that's why I didn't have
it's
any
boys
friends.
versus girls.
'Cause
duh. The girls are always with me. Like they're always on my team. So
If you're a girl, can you just like send us a message? We'll have like an email.
send hashtag team bro.
Hashtag Team Abril. Could you just post it on Twitter? I don't have a Twitter. Could
I
you
don't have
post it on
Twitter
Twitter and be like, I support Abril, or say like I don't support Abril?
Say-
And if you're a girl and you say I don't support Abril, if it's just one girl, that means your whole statement is false.
No, just post a picture of your
If you're white.
Post a picture of yourself and put hashtag I support a bro.
Yeah, but there's like some girls who.
Hashtag girls for a bro.
What? There's some people that look feminine and still identify as a man. What if you don't know?
Okay. It's still a vote for me. I don't.
But it's not a vote for you from a girl. They're like, they look feminine, but they still identify as a male. Like,
Well,
so as
if
a
you're
boy.
gonna write girl supporting a real, you have to be for real a girl.
Okay, well let's
This is getting into like
let's
kinda
name
sketchy
everything you
property.
need to be
Yeah.
a girl for a bro.
If you identify as a girl.
Oh,
Yeah, and if you
okay.
don't identify a girl and you put girl supporting a bro, then you're just spreading the hashtag. So
Well, all
thank you.
publicity is good publicity, I guess. We'll talk about. Did you ever get bullied?
Breeds, huh?
Did you ever get bullied?
No, I didn't. I have been super blessed, and
Awesome!
That's the awesome guy. He really likes you.
okay. I guess guys support girls too.
I guess everybody can just support a bro.
Okay, everybody loves me again. I don't know what the big change of events here. No, anyways, I've been blessed and I never experienced bullying. And I don't think anyone around me really ever experienced bullying.
She was a bully. That's why.
That's for another day, maybe.
Not even elementary? Or did you have like a group of girls in elementary?
I had one friend. Me and one friend, and that's really all I needed. And then
I did too, but he was a boy. And he was like,
perfect.
He used to
Boys
draw.
belong together. Girls belong together.
He used to draw like Sonic characters. His name is I'm gonna dox him because it's been so long. His name is Duran. I still remember you to this day, Duran. We were ride or dying in there.
Okay, my friend's name was Giselle.
They were oh, I love that name actually. They were
Gigi.
if you guys watch Enchanted, you'll know why I like that name. I never watched Disenchanted. I wanted to watch it, but I never did. But Duran used to draw Sonic characters, so he was like a weird kid for them, I guess. I don't know. He's probably the reason why I joined the anime club in middle school.
Not because you liked him, but because you were friends with him, and he was like, "Come on."
Well, he was like into cartoons and stuff, so I was like, okay, I guess I'm in cartoons and stuff. And like we used to call on the phone and stuff. It was like a cute kid friendship. Like if they didn't make it weird, it wasn't weird.
Oh.
And when we were in elementary school, since I got the gay stuff, then Duran would also get the gay stuff. I think one day he was like, I don't think we could be friends because they're gonna keep calling me gay. I was like, listen, Duran, I ain't got no other. I ain't got no one else, so you just gonna have to deal with me. Because I ain't about to be alone. You crazy? We in this together.
You already got the gay allegations. They're not going away.
Yeah, like we ain't going nowhere. We locked in for real. That only brought us closer. But no, he was really cool. I like after that, he never said anything else. But like he was like, I was bullied in elementary school. Now I think about it, it's not like I never had friends. Like I had a friend named Teresa. She's insane. Sorry I doxed you, but she is insane. I hope you're doing better than when I met you, because. But she was like a honor roll student, and her parents were really on her ass about it. So that just delves deep into her personality. She just wasn't good socially, and she'd hit boys all the time. Since I always kind of knew I was gay, and when she used to like hit me, I was like, ooh, no, I'm not one of them. I'm not one of those now. You don't gotta touch me because that's violence. And then I had like a friend from Trinidad. Once we did a science project together, and we tried to see. The only thing I remember about him, he didn't speak English very well, but we like did a experiment, and he went success, and I was like, wow, he's really happy about this. I'm happy about it too now.
Cute.
And Trinidad, for Indiana, Trinidad is kind of crazy actually.
It is. Well, I had like I feel like all the schools that I've ever went to have been very like close knit. I'm always like friends with the majority of the classmates. We're always like, we can talk to each other without it being like, oh, I've never talked to you ever before. So anyways, I was friendly with a bunch of the kids, but like best friend, I only had like her. But then in third grade, I think, we met two other girls who were besties. And basically they were like us from another universe, because they were always, how it was like divided into two groups. Did they do that for you? Anyways, they've always been in the other group the whole time we like went for first, second, kindergarten, whatever. In third grade, finally they put us two and them two in the same place. And everyone was like, oh my God, like the four besties. So we became friends. But then that created some like toxic, like us against them. And then they like split us up, me and my friend. And it was like one of them and my friend, and then me and her, and we were like, I don't know, it got really like weird and toxic there.
Well, you don't have that problem when you're bullied and you only have one person. So
yeah.
But Duran left in middle school. He like wasn't around anymore. I also had a friend named Cameron who became one of those like, doxed you. One of them one of those like white people who kind of want to be black.
Okay.
Like his pants started sagging out of nowhere. But I thought when I met him,
couldn't afford a belt.
No, he could. I thought when I met him he was Australian.
Okay.
because like we were in elementary school, 5th grade, and I was like, "Oh, what's your name, Cameron?" He's like, "Yeah." Oh, I was like, "What's your name?" He was like, "Cameron," and gave me a handshake, and I was like, "I'm fucking 5. Like, why are we doing handshakes?" Like, I was so confused. I was like, "Okay." He was like, "I'm Cameron. Nice to meet you." And I remember him having an Australian accent. I swear to God, I do. And then he left again. And then when I hit like sophomore year of high school, he came back, pants sagging, Australian accent gone. And I was like, "It's not the Cameron I
Cameron,
met
what
in 5th grade. It's
happened?
not the Cameron I met in 5th grade."
Wow.
So I really wonder where you went, Cameron. If you're ever listening, like, tell me where you went. What happened to you?
I wish I could just like see where everybody from my elementary school is now.
I don't. I feel like a lot of them are not alive.
Oh, wow. I don't think that for anybody that I remember from elementary school.
Some people from high school I went to are just not alive. Anybody from your high school die?
Yeah. Actually, no one from my class, I don't think, has died. Um, but I know people who were up to my school. Went
Was
to my
it
school.
like how like did it happen often? I feel like every year somebody died for Morton.
No, I don't think so. But we were also like a small school. Like it wasn't like a gajillion kids, and
Yeah.
it was a
It
few
was
kids.
it was always really weird because like the person would die and then like yeah, it's sad and then everybody would like care. And it's like I don't think it's bad like people care. Like it's a sad thing. So I'd walk around school and I'd be like, "Okay, I'm going to be quiet like in the hallway." It's like a sad moment. So everybody needs their time. And then some people who never talk to them, maybe talk to them once, maybe have one picture with them that they're still recycling to this day on
Yeah.
Facebook. You know who I'm looking at right now.
Oh,
They're like, "Oh my God, I can't believe." I was like, "You've never talked about this person. I've been around you 1,000 times. You never talk about this person. You never act like they exist. And now that they're gone, suddenly you're depressed." And like they're crying with other people who like were actually at that person's house, friends with their parents. And I'm like, "You're taking up space that you don't need to be taking up. It's not for
yeah.
you."
The one time I do remember a kid dying at our school, it was a kid in a grade above us. And when the school found out that he died, silence. Like, nobody talked for that whole day. It was so depressing. Like, basically, the world stopped. And I do remember a couple of kids being, like, sad about the fact. And I'm like, you, like, were not friends with him. What are you doing? And then, like, people who I followed on Instagram who, like, didn't go to our school would be like, oh, I just heard about blank. Sad emoji. And I was like, no way. But I could never grasp that people from my school were friends with people from other schools. 'Cause I was like, how do you guys know each other? You don't even go to the same school. But I just didn't have friends outside my school.
No, I never did either. Really, like the only friends I had outside my school were like people I met at elementary that went somewhere else. But then again, I would never talk to them because I'm like I'm doing my own thing over here.
Yeah,
So
literally. I think it's like sports clubs that they did or like jobs that they had.
even then, like I was in like Science Olympiad. I see other schools when I went, and it's like I'm not friends with you. Like
No, like I mean like if they were on the basketball team, but then on basketball off seasons they would go to like I don't remember what it's called, but just like basketball, but like not really a team. We're just kind of practicing to get better. Anyways,
I was listening. I was looking
Yeah.
at. I was looking at a message. It was really random. The one I just looked at, but I'm not gonna dox. I'm gonna keep saying that word dox. We're gonna call this episode dox. DOCS.
docs. Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, but yeah, school was like an interesting experience. Me and April first became friends. Me, April, and Carla, when we first all became friends together. That's when we started going to parties for the first time. I used to go to a school in New York. God,
I mean, like
they're still okay. They're done.
riding for New York's so hard. Like,
Well, this
What
is
does
New
the
York.
crowd-
Fuck, I look like telling a nigga good morning. What is that up there?
it's either low battery or we ran out of storage. Give me 1 sec.
Okay, well, while she's giving you guys 1 sec, maybe Percocet, I don't know. But yeah, I went to college in New York, and it was super duper white. If you guys know what Buffalo is, what was it? If you guys know where Buffalo, New York is, it's really racist over there. I'm sorry, but it is. And so I did like a BFA thing at Niagara University. I'm doxing them, and they the rigorous, fantastic program. Actually, the best program I think I've ever been in my college experience. But the students were super duper racist, and I couldn't even get to the teachers being racist. Like I wouldn't even know because I couldn't get past the people that were around me. Just
Yeesh.
viciously racist, and viciously not like I got like like hurt physically, but like they were just really open about the fact that they didn't really care for black people all that much, and I was like I was one of the good ones.
And I would never expect that because I thought New York was like
It was
very
Buffalo
diverse.
though. Buffalo, New York is like Indiana of New York. It's like I looked over, I was like, oh, this kind of looks like where we're from.
I passed by there once when I was going to Niagara Falls in Canada.
Yeah, I saw the bridge going to Canada through my dorm window. It was really cool. It was really really cool. I would not trade the experience for the world because I would have never known the world is like that racist. Because living in Indiana, I really did not experience racism that much. Not all that often.
Not in our place, our like little corner of Indiana.
Yeah, like Hammond.
It's more diverse. Ooh, maybe not. But
Well, I know it gets worse somewhere else. It has to get worse for it to be a red state.
yeah, no. Yeah, it does get worse. I said diverse. It's very diverse, is what I said.
Yeah, my school was full of like just Hispanics and black people.
Yep.
Oh, proudly.
That's why I think I never experienced like
Racism.
no bullying, because I wasn't the odd one out.
Oh,
The
you
odd
were
one out
never
was
gay.
the white kids.
And the gay ones.
I wasn't. I was.
You just never knew. But
Wait,
some
what?
of us were the odd ones out, and we were still like the minority.
No, there was a gay black boy in our in my class, like majority of the years.
Middle school or elementary?
Elementary.
Mm.
And he was one of like the more like oh like okay, he's cool because he was outgoing.
I may
But
have not
I
been
don't know
outgoing.
his story, like genuinely.
Yeah. So yeah, but I never really experienced racism. I experienced the most racism in that part of New York, and also in Chicago. Like in Chicago, I experienced
Sorry, I had to
very
let- I had to let
subtle,
it
very
out.
subtle, very subtle. In Chicago, I experienced the most racism in the world, but I also think it's just like it's a bigger amalgamation of people than Indiana. So it's like, well, yeah, like some people are going to be racist, and homophobia goes rampant, rampant. Not this year though. Last year and the year before that, I was experiencing a lot of homophobia. This year, I guess people are just sick of, tired of being homophobic. But
They're worried about Trump or Kamala.
they're too focused on the other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But they're probably worried about like drag queens right now, teaching, reading books to kids or some shit.
Okay.
But yeah, it was like a lot of stuff going on when I moved to Chicago, but nothing that made me be like, oh my god, I'm scared, like I can't live here. Oh my god, it was like stuff like, oh, people are racist and people are homophobic. I forgot. Sorry. Thanks, y'all. Thank you for reminding me.
Do you
And
think it's because you like experienced a lot of it in Niagara, so then you came over here and you were like, well, this is bad, but not as bad as it was over there?
Niagara was like more scary only because it was normal. And like here, it's like some other people would look and be like, "Oh, that's like racist." But like in Niagara, people would say racist stuff, and everybody would just continue going on about their day, like that was like a normal thing to say. And I'd be like, "Oh, so now I look crazy if I like do anything."
Yeah.
And I think it's set up that way on purpose, like socially. I think it's like, yeah, we can say these things around you, and if you crash out, then it's like, now you look crazy, and what we said about you is true.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but also I wasn't gonna crash out in a group full of white people because I knew I was never gonna see the light of day no more. If I ever did, so I just let them say whatever they want. If you guys want to know how bad it got, the worst thing they ever said was they were gonna do blackface, and I was like, oh, I have to go home. I was like, there's not one more term. There's nothing I can do here for y'all. I have to go home. I was not about to sit there and educate. And there was one black girl named, I'm gonna dox you, and because I like you. Nafanti,
Okay.
and she was I think she was more directorial, and she had a boyfriend. I don't remember his name for the life of me. And she had a boyfriend who was like super duper Hispanic. He was like from the islands Hispanic,
Okay.
and they were dating. I thought that was so cool. They was like a power couple, and like he tried to talk to me once, and I was like, I can't talk to men ever right now. Like I just physically can't do it. And then I also had like they did like a big little program there, and I had a girl. She was like a black girl actually, and she was like, "I'm your sister. I'm blah blah blah," and she was coming on really strong, and I was like, "I can't talk to you because you scare me." And she was like, "Everybody be up in here drinking." I was like, "I'm 18." Like and I know some of y'all 18 out there, y'all love to drink.
Y'all are crazy.
Talk to your parents. But me, on the other hand, I was like, I gotta know what college is first. Like, I gotta know how to do my classes before I like
Yeah, fully.
start
I
slipping
agree.
up. So I never talked to her because the first thing she said was, "You can get some drinks over here." I was like, "Girl, I don't not want to sit in no beanbag chair and drink no like Mike and Ike's or whatever they're called. Ice, Mike's,
Icy.
ice.
I iced. I got
I
iced.
don't drink those as an adult. As a grown up adult, I don't drink those.
Yeah. Should we
Wait,
say how
drop
old we are?
yeah, drop our ages.
We are 26 years old.
And by we, she means her, but I'm
And we don't
definitely
look a day over 19.
well. She called when we went to go get drinks.
Mm-hmm.
The lady at the front desk called you young
Mm-hmm.
and didn't say that for me.
Well, you said some of us do look.
It's the sweater.
I used to get a lot of like, what? You're not 13? You're not 15? And lately I haven't. So.
I used to get, what? You're
Stop.
not a woman? So
And lately you haven't?
is that the same? Is that the same thing? When I used to work at Ross and we used to have masks on
Oh, yeah.
all the time. Ma'am, sir, what are you? And I'm like, why are you pissed? Because I should be mad. What the fuck was that about?
Yeah.
Maybe they were transphobic in Indiana. I just didn't have to deal with that. They were definitely transphobic in Indiana, actually.
I believe it. Well, today we went and visited a trader that we know,
Probably named Joe.
Joe Mama. And
Keep in mind, a bro wanted to say that really bad. I'm just letting you guys know that.
no.
Kind of doxing her.
Well, I'm going to dox Joe real quick and say that he does sell spices.
And they're a little pumpkin-y.
A little spiced, maybe?
Awesome guy. Come on. He loves to sell some pumpkin spice, so we can't really tell him anything.
Or is it because I said it, maybe? He loves me again?
Is there a boo on here? There's no boo.
Anyways, we're going to try pumpkin spice little snacks that we got from Trader Joe's.
All two of them.
Hawk Tua.
Wait, this is the Talk to a podcast, actually.
I kind of want to just watch a podcast of hers and see like.
No, I don't. But anyway, let's try this.
First, we're gonna try Trader Joe's pumpkin spice JoJo's pumpkin flavored with other natural
JoJo
flavors.
Siwa? She
sandwich
made
cookies in
these?
Wait, JoJo!
Karma's up. I should have spiced better. Whoa.
Pumpkin flavored with other natural flavors, sandwich cookies in a yogurt flavored coating with sea salt. Like long ass title, be for real. Anyways, someone already opened these. I don't know who.
Yeah, may I have one of those?
Madame.
Yeah.
And then are we gonna rate it too?
Yeah, of course.
Cheers.
Cheers. Spicy.
Salty. I don't love salt. On.
Okay,
One sec.
salt-phobic. Interesting.
1 second. On my sweet treats. I hate like a chocolate and a sea salt together. But this is not that bad actually. I kind of really like it. Like the whole thing together, not just the fact that it has salt.
It's exactly what it says it is.
Uh-huh.
And I love accurate advertising. It like tastes like if you took pumpkin syrup and put it on an Oreo that also had pumpkin syrup on it already.
It does kind of taste like an Oreo. That's so true.
Well, it's a sandwich cookie, so that's what an Oreo literally is.
Well, I don't taste the yogurt, but
7 out of 10, but if you absolutely know, and listen to me when I say this. You have to love pumpkin spice. It's
just
a 10.
chewing straight into the mic.
Pumpkin spice will cut it out. If you absolutely love pumpkin spice, it's a 10 for you. Like you have to love it. Not like, oh my god, it's fall. It's like you've been waiting for fall your whole life to eat pumpkin spice. This is what is there for you. So I rated a 7 as like a normal human being.
I'm gonna rate it a 7.8.
So when people add the 0.8, this just means they're indecisive, but I'm doing a definitive
Okay.
7.
And an 8. I don't know. I like it, but I know I would eat like 3
And be done.
and be done. So I like it enough. I like it an 8 for 3. If you give me more after that, it's gonna go down to a 5.
And it's like a dipped Oreo, by the way. And
Yes.
I like dipped Oreos. I could eat 1,000, actually.
I do love the coating on the outside, like the texture, like that waxy.
Okay, so next we have
These are also open, but we just opened them. Like I swear to God,
Trader
like, we
Joe's
haven't tried
pumpkin
them.
spice teeny tiny pretzels with yogurt flavor coating and crushed pumpkin spice pumpkin seeds. I don't know if you guys. Let me know if when you guys like cut pumpkins, do you eat the seeds? We did it at a bro's house once. Bro, your family doesn't do that, right?
Did we do that at Bro? Oh, at a bro's house. No, we do that.
Oh.
Roasted pumpkin seeds, and then you just eat them.
So you put them on a pan. You'd be like, boy, you should. What are those? And then like they're roast.
Anyways.
Yeah. So I'm gonna just take one of these.
But we don't. Oh my God, we don't do it like in house. But like my mom will just already like have them. Someone like does
So
it
a
somewhere
Brill's
else.
mom is her servant. That's what I'm hearing. Some people have to do their own work.
And these are
So
teeny
not
tiny
a
little-
single seed on this.
I got like a little crumb over here and this tiny little. Very teeny tiny. I have a feeling that's gonna be the same texture as these on the outside.
Well, bone apple teeth. It's probably gonna have salt in it, by the way, bro.
No,
Anyway.
I think so too, and it's also that yogurt flavored coating. So, anyways. I'm gonna go for another. Maybe a couple another.
I don't need another. It kind of tastes like cereal. It's like I'm eating Cheerios. Yeah, it tastes like Honey Nut Cheerios to me. Weirdly enough. And that if you like Honey Nut Cheerios, I think it's good. It doesn't taste like honey, but it has like the sugary aftertaste of like you ate Honey Nut Cheerios. Because we know Honey Nut Cheerios don't have real honey in it.
I get what you're saying about that aftertaste, but I would never be like, oh, Honey Nut Cheerios. But it does have that same aftertaste.
So she would say, oh, Honey Nut Cheerios. She's just trying to be different.
No, I would never like, that would never come to mind, basically, is what I'm trying to say.
But I just told you it. So
But it does taste like a pretzel, like the pretzels that they... Did they ever have this at your school? Where they sold the pretzels that were like dipped in chocolate and they had like, some of them were...
No, Michelle Obama came in and took over. And all we could get was a cookie.
It was a fundraising thing.
Oh, the pretzel sticks dipped in chocolate?
Yeah, but some of them were like M&M, some of them had sprinkles, some of them were
I
chocolate.
used to make those.
But you never did the fundraising program thing?
No.
Well, it tastes just like those from the fundraising
Well,
program
it's a
thing.
chocolate covered pretzel.
Yeah, there was like the toffee or something. That's exactly what this tasted like.
You know what I made though? Some people were like, "You should do toffee." I was like, "I am like
I hate
12.
toffee. Oh.
I was like, "I'm not. I don't even know what that is. Leave me alone." Yeah, I sold those during Ice Step. Like I used to sell the chocolate dip cookies during Ice Step. And
What grade was this? Ice Step?
yeah, well, pre Ice Step maybe. Was Ice Step in middle school? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was in middle school.
Oh, wow.
And I was selling them, but you know, like you're put in a class with a bunch of random kids, and like I have a thing of pretzels. So we are just sitting around on break, and nobody got snacks. Dollar. I was like, who gave me all this money, first off? But they were giving me dollars after dollars, bands on bands on bands, buying pretzel sticks. And then, like, I remember I was doing it for a fundraiser, I think. I think it was, like, for Science Olympia for T-shirts or something. And, you know, you could sell, like, the stuff they give you. And I was like, I'm not doing that. I'm going to do my own way. Basically making my mom lose money. But, so I made those. But then the guy that I made them for, I'm not going to dox it because I'm actually embarrassed that I ever liked him. Because he's a weird-shaped head. But,
Dox him.
I'm going to call him Layson. Yeah.
I think his name's Mason, guys.
Could be. But Layson was like a student athlete. So I was like, well, duh, like you're gonna want food no matter what.
Okay.
So I
big.
used to like bake for him. But like I didn't want everybody to think I was gay and baking for him. So like I would bake for him, but like give it to everybody. Only when he was in that class.
But like for free or like y'all want?
For free. But when I was selling this up during iStep, there were like 5 left and I had a class with him after. And he was like, oh my God, I love those. And I just gave him the whole bag.
Wow.
Free of charge.
Simp.
12-year-old Dominic was a simp. Crucify me.
Yeah, I remember when people used to sell. Actually, there was a guy who sold. What are they called? Fruities. The little tiny. Is that what they're called?
Fruit snacks?
No, the tiny little fruities. Frooties.
Oh, the candies?
Tiny
oh
little
my God,
candies,
they
yeah.
used to do those. Yeah, those things are just red 40 and nothing else.
He would sell like a whole like Ziploc little baggie of it for like
Those
75
at
cents
the dollar
or $1.
store. He was really getting more. for his
But he
buck.
was making bank for sure because everybody was like, okay. They were pre-ordering, matter of fact. That's how serious I got.
They used to sell. But then they started selling like weed, infused stuff like weed, Rice Krispies. Those were big at my high school,
I don't remember that at my
and
place.
I was like friends with everybody by the time I made it to high school because being gay was like not as bad. And when I was friends with everybody, I was like friends with stoners, and they were like, do they even call them that anymore? And I was friends with them, and they would be like, "Hey, do you want a Rice Krispie?" I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "It has weed on it." I was like, "Well, you should have led with that, but no, I no longer want it because I'm about to go to like fucking AP history. Like, I'm not gonna be able to function."
I've realized that you got away from me and I just started getting closer to you. But nobody did that at my high school. And also I like don't think that they would ever think to do that cuz it was like I'm spending my money on my weed and now I'm selling it to you at school like it just
People try to give me weed for free all the time, and it's like I don't know if it's like crack where they try to like give you it for free so you could come back and buy more or something. But people every other day would try to give me weed. I'm like, I don't want it. Like it's like the people who don't want it always get offered it. I don't want it. I'm not interested. I gotta go to class. Like
well,
I hate it already. Y'all about to make me hate it more because I'm about to be high off my ass, not knowing what I'm doing. For the first time, being high in class is crazy.
yeah, actually. No, I never saw it. I never saw like anybody vape in my high school bathroom or anything like that.
Nobody was vaping at all when we were growing up. I don't think.
Oh, well.
I fear. I don't think. Well, there's a girl who had a pin. Does that count as vaping? She had a pin, but it had weed in it. Is that vaping still?
No, but I don't think I ever saw any of that either.
It was just this one girl. She was a stud, and she had like she was like put your mouth on it, and I was like, this is really sexual, but I'm like a senior, so I can
Yo.
do it. So I did, and I was like, what is it? I knew what it was.
Sexual
I don't know why
is
I ever
crazy
did
for
that.
What? What was sexual? Putting your mouth on the
And
pen?
she was like,
Or?
put your mouth on, and she would like
Oh.
put her. It was sensual, guys. Stop, okay? You guys weren't there. You don't know. Let me tell my story. So she said put your mouth on it, and then like I did, but I knew exactly what was gonna happen. I just wasn't gonna do it. But I was like, I'll fake it. But so I put my mouth on it. She was like, I was like, what is it? And she was like, oh, it's like good. It's good. Like don't worry about it. I was like, okay. And then she was like starting it up, and she was like, oh, it's like weed. And I was like, oh, take it back. I was like, thank you for enlightening me. Really, I'm just not interested in doing that right now. I gotta go take my SAT soon.
Gotta stay for the SAT.
I just feel like high school is just not a good time
to do any of that.
to like just do weed. People were smoking cigarettes when I was in middle school, in elementary.
No.
People were doing cigarettes.
No way.
And people were smoking cigarettes, and I was like, that don't even smell like it should be a thing we doing right now. Like I should smell nothing but the anti-tear shampoo right now. Like I don't understand why I'm smelling these. This will smell like the SpongeBob flavor shit that I be getting.
That's they. So you know for a fact they were, or their parents were, and they smelled like it.
No, they were like, you guys know if you're like from a small town, they're like on the fan, like in an apartment building, so that big ass fan just in the back. Well, if you'll know if you know, but there was like a big ass fan in the back, and they would sit on it, and they would just smoke on it. They're like, "You want some?" I was like, "That looks like it hurts. Like you guys are coughing, because your lungs aren't done growing yet." So I was like, "No, I'm not good at it." Which is like not to be mean to any other kids who have like felt of your peer pressure or whatever, but it's like like you'll always know if something is like nah. That's why like when I see stuff and kids are like, "I saw it, but I just did it because I wanted to be cool." Growing up, I was like, "Listen, I'm already being bullied for being gay. Like there's nothing more you could do to me. So I'm gonna say no if you offer me weed." But my mom would never let me over kids' houses.
Same actually.
So, but that was the first, like, I would lie and say I was, like, in an event. Like, I was, like, in an after-school event. And also, like, some days she just wouldn't be home. Like, I knew the day she wouldn't be home one time when I was, like, walking back. Because this is the time my brother went to high school, so he stopped walking me back home. Which is weird, because why would that stop him? But I would go over to my friend, I'm going to dox you, Natia's house. And she was, I really liked her. Even though she was, like, smoking or whatever, she, like, invited us over her house. We just, like, sit around, we eat, and, like, we just talk. And I thought it was so cool that I was
She
like,
got the munchies.
not after cigarettes. I thought she was so cool, like, just staying over her house. And she was, like, one of those, those, like some girls in the world, like, when they're young, they just, like, look much older. Like, she just, like, had, like, a mom face. So then that made me, like, really like her. Like, I was like, oh, my God, I'm so safe with you. But I remember one day I was over her house for the first time in my life. And I was living it up. I was like, oh my God, I'm in somebody's house. Like, that's not my own. I never seen nobody else's house that wasn't mine. Like, in my grandma's. I was like, I love this place. And she was like, my mom's pulling up. Y'all gotta hide.
What?
Now, I heard Trapped in the Closet. And I just didn't think that was going to be my truth. I thought that was his. So I'm okay. Where do I go? She said, y'all can go through the back door. So now me, this other dude, and this other girl are running towards this back door before her mom opens the door, and we make it. But
That's
luckily, she lived on
crazy,
the first
actually.
floor. But I was like, wow, I'm never going over again. I went over like 3 more times.
No, I was a rule follower when I was a kid, so I would have never even thought to do that. But also, my parents picked me up, and if there was like an after-school event, my older brother was there.
You also had 2 though. Like I only had my
What?
mom.
Oh yeah. No, my dad worked, so it was just basically my mom. No, my dad actually got home like 4, so it's fine.
My
But
mom and dad
the
worked though.
the big thing was, oh yeah, my mom didn't work. The big thing was that anything that I was doing, my brother was doing. Anything my brother was doing, I was doing. So we were always together.
My
And it's
brother
not like,
hated hanging out with me.
well, it's not anything like he wanted to be with. It was like, oh, you're doing
Oh
science
yeah.
Olympiad, he's got to do science Olympiad. You're doing robotics, she's doing robotics. Lego robotics, science
I
Olympiad.
mean, I get that as a parent standpoint, like to keep all your kids in one spot, but I hate it if I was a kid. And my
No.
brother never. Me and my brother were 7 years apart,
Oh yeah,
so
mine are
there's
a year and a
no way
half.
that was gonna work ever. We've only been to the same school once, and that's when I was in first grade and he was in 5th grade.
Yeesh.
That is the only time we've ever been in the same school. Oh, interesting. That's like a good way to keep your kids together. I think that's a good strategy. That's a good strat.
Yeah.
And like then they'll force your kids to have something in common so they could be friends.
Yeah, we were always pretty close, so it wasn't that hard.
Well, not always, but yeah. Definitely.
What? When were we? Well, that's been us. That's been our story. Hopefully, you guys learned a little bit.
Yeah, this is just an introduction. There's more to come as we go along.
Yeah, a little bit. I feel like, do we talk a lot about the past? I feel like we're more like what happened today, what we experienced. Like, I feel
Yeah.
like it'll be more like now.
Yeah,
Not so
no.
much the past.
Today's about a history. Today's about like history, about like learning about us. But usually, we're gonna talk about our day. Um, bro just like started working at a real life job at a dentist office, and she's a dental hygienist.
Yes.
So she'll have like a lot of stories on patients and stuff. And I'm an actor, so if you guys ever do acting in any way at all, that actors have crazy stories about other people. If you're like one of the normal ones, you have a crazy story about other people. And I just did like a background job that I have a lot to talk about. So we have like a lot of stuff
Yeah.
that we can get through. But today was just like a little history on us.
Just so you like get to know us.
Okay. Well, this was Dominic,
And this was Abril.
and we are signing off.
Thank you for listening.
Bye. So we're gonna talk a little bit more. So